Part 2. Let's go.
I want both.
Half the women want to be equal, half the women want to be special, and you can't figure out who's what.
Oh, they all want to be special. Like I said before, they only want equality when it benefits them. They don't want equality when it doesn't benefit them. They like having advantages, like, you know, getting in the club for free, or the family court system being completely rigged, or them getting more scholarships than men, or them getting favorable treatment. They don't like it when that shit. I mean, they're okay when that shit happens, but you know, and they don't want to be equal when it comes to being garbage men or bricklayers. They only want to be CEO or president. So they don't want equality, bro. They just want superiority, and they want to be better. And it won't stop till men put their foot down and be like, bitches, shut the fuck up. Y'all have had enough. Shut your mouth and make me some naan bread.
When do women want equality, and when do they want special treatment?
They want equality when they're on the job. They want equality for finances. They don't want equality when it comes to opening up a door or paying for food.
Exactly.
Isn't that having your cake and eating it too?
It is.
Yes.
Isn't that privilege?
Very, very.
Why are so many women reluctant to admit they have privilege?
Well, I think it's more attitude. If you admit you have it, then you can't say you don't have it and get what you want.
So it's more of a manipulation.
Oh, exactly.
Aha, interesting. Okay.
We control the world.
Okay.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Men still run the world. We run everything. We run the infrastructure. We make the roads. We make the buildings. We make the computers. We make everything, y'all bitches. We make the apps that run on them. We make everything. Y'all are just, you can fucking stand here and look goofy as shit and say this because a man fought and died for your right to do so, to have your freedom of speech, for you to say whatever the fuck you want. Be a dumb hoe. Be irresponsible. A man probably along the line somewhere, not probably, definitely gave up his life so you could be a dumb bitch and stand here and talk shit and nonsense and say things that don't make any sense.
So if women control the world, why do so many people think it's a man's world?
It is a man's world.
Only the man thinks it's a man's world.
And I'm not saying there ain't some advantages to being a woman. There are. We both have our own advantages, but the ultimate existence in this world is being a high value man. But again, women have advantages, the ones I mentioned. Their life is easy. They live life on easy mode. So that's their advantage. We have to work harder to attain our value. And that's why it's more rewarding if you're a high value G, like myself. That's the most rewarding position to be in life.
I'm just saying.
Good answer.
Well, I'm saying people think that men have all the power, but then women think they have all the power. So what's going on here?
It's only because look who's been in control this whole time. Nothing but men. But now that we have Kamala Harris, I think a lot is going to change.
Woo woo.
And not for the better. Women in politics, it's ruined everything. Bitches vote socialist. I'm also starting to think that letting women vote was a mistake. And not that it's ever going to go back. We're never going to go back to a place where they can't. But letting them fucking decide politics and who the president is going to be has mucked everything up. That's why we have more socialist policies in place. Because women are more communitarian. They need the power of the tribe and the herd to stay alive. And they have for thousands of years. And that's why they vote for more communist type policies.
Okay, so I mean, is there anything that needs to change? I mean, if women already control the world, is there anything else that needs to change, or are we already there? Like, do we already have equality, or?
That's a good question. I think in a sense we are about reaching our equality. Still a little bit of sexism going on, but we're actually almost getting past that.
Okay, what would you?
We'll never be equal. I mean, not saying that we don't have equal rights under the law, and we do, and women actually have advantages under the law. Some of them I mentioned in this video and previous videos. But we'll never be equal. Y'all will never be as productive as us. Women are more interested in people, men are more interested in things. That's why we're more interested in supercars, houses, things like that. And women are more interested in people. That's why they will not be equal to men when it comes to a financial footing, because they're not as ambitious as dudes. And that's why there's not enough women in STEM, because they like to do shit they like to do. Like they want to learn a language or learn about animals or gender studies. And men go into like science, technology, engineering, math, because we like those geeky subjects, and those geeky subjects make money, not fucking not learning about genders.
What would be like the end goal for you? Like what, you know, when do you think, you know, we would reach the top?
I mean, we're on our way there right now.
Well, right, but
And it
what's
looks
like
like
the end
fucking
goal?
hell,
would you say?
bro.
The end
Y'all
goal.
are still not
Yeah.
happy.
I feel
They're
like
actually more
everybody should be
unhappy
treated
now than they've
equally
ever been.
At the end of the day, I mean,
With respect and loyalty.
Okay.
it shouldn't be so fucking
I bet you both these bitches are unmarried. I want to see their left hand.
complicated.
Well, here's the thing, right? Do you think equality is possible if there are double standards in the world?
If there are double standards.
Yeah, if there are double standards in the world.
And that's what people need to, where they need to get that chip
No.
off their shoulder. There shouldn't be double.
so that,
Bitches always talk about it needs to be like this, it should be like this, it could be like this, and we men, we talk in what is. They always go, oh, but it shouldn't be like this, but bitch, it is like this.
then, well, will there ever be a time when there aren't double standards?
No,
We
there's
haven't
double
reached that
standards
yet,
and everything.
So it's kind of hard to say. I don't know. So far, absolutely not. We have not reached that point of total equality between men and women.
Do you
No,
think
'cause we-
that's an attainable goal if there's always going to be double standards?
No.
So then what are we fighting for then?
Well, fuck it. We might as well let men run everything then.
We should.
Or women, or
Men run
I don't
things
know. I don't
better.
know. I'm just trying to figure out what are we fighting for, because I just think that some things, I don't know what the goal is. You know what I mean? But okay, that's fine. I'll skip to a different question.
It's got nothing holding them back anymore.
Do you think feminism has gone too far or not far enough?
I feel like I feel like they're going backwards at this
Mm-hmm.
point with all the trends that are getting popular. I feel like, you know, you want respect, keep your respectful nature.
Does the fact that OnlyFans exists prove that women are okay with being objectified as long as they're getting paid?
Women have been objectified throughout the entire course of history, and now we've allowed them to have a platform where they can solely make money instead of having somebody else make money off of them. So I think OnlyFans.
That's not true. All these OnlyFans chicks, the successful ones, they always have a guy like Andrew Tate behind them. None of these, I'm not saying none of them are independent, some of them are, but the bitches at the top, they all have a man managing it, taking the pictures, telling them what to post. This guy doesn't know anything. He actually looks like an OnlyFans customer. He probably is one of those guys who spends thousands of dollars on OnlyFans.
Fans
Because those are the only hot bitches who are going to talk to this guy.
puts women in control of their bodies, and again, it's a woman's body. It's her right to do whatever she wants. So more power to them.
Why do women want to earn as much as men if they still expect men to pay for everything?
That's the problem with them in dating nowadays. It's that masculina bullshit that I was talking about. All right? Don't even get me started right now. Okay, with that, they expect for a nigga to put in all this goddamn work. Figure out the place. The place better be nice. You better
Yeah.
know that I don't eat fucking lobster.
Exactly.
Okay? But if you go Mexican, that's too cheap. All right. You try something else. All right.
Bro, take these bitches to a burrito place. Always keep your first date cheap and low cost.
So now you got to make the choices. You got to pay for everything.
Doesn't matter if you're a baller. Don't be taking these bitches out to steak dinners on the first date. Now, I'm saying this because I've made this mistake. Make the first date cheap, shawarma, burrito. Fuck, take this bitch to Taco Bell, bro. Who cares? If she likes you, she's gonna fuck you anyways.
You got to do all the driving, and then you got to wait to get
And
the
then you gotta
pussy.
open the door.
But
and then
here's
do
the
this and
funny
that.
fucking part. Here's what God has in store. Us men control the relationship. Okay.
Yo, my man here is based as fuck. In the previous episode, I was making fun of his outfit because it is a little bit goofy. Like, he looks like a grown Fat Albert. Like a grown mixed race Fat Albert. With the vest and the fucking glasses and the hair. But, yo, my man is based as fuck.
Us men control the relationship. Why do
Right.
do women
Absolutely
make
right.
the man pay for it? I don't understand. I've dated women that make over $300,000. They expect for the man to pay
Yeah.
for the first
They do.
date.
They
I don't.
do.
Okay, fine.
But at
I'll
the same time, they'll talk about how they want equality. They don't want to be equal, bro. And that same bitch who makes $300,000 an hour, she's never gonna marry no guy who makes less than $300,000 an hour, because that's just how bitches think. And she might, if she gets really desperate, if she gets past 35 without finding anybody, because then they get really desperate. At 30, it's half off. And so if she doesn't find somebody by then who makes more than 350 and is willing to keep up with her bullshit, which she most likely won't, then she'll marry someone who makes less than 350 or $300,000, and then she's gonna be really unhappy, and then she's gonna divorce him and take the kids and ruin the guy's life, and he's still gonna end up paying her somehow because our system is so hostile towards men.
Spend a lousy $80 to $200. I'll spend 200 stinking fucking dollars. No big deal. Okay, $200. But why is that this precursor? I don't. That's where women get themselves tripped up in trying to date.
Would you agree?
Because they don't see fucking as an equal value exchange. Sometimes they do if they think you're so much higher above her. You know, like, let's just say if I was fucking a bitch who's like a 7, she'd be like, okay, I'm gonna give this guy the pussy quickly. You know, because she knows that my value is so much higher than hers that I can just call another bitch and have sex with her, and so she doesn't want to miss out, so she's gonna give up the box. The only time these bitches go, oh, you must take me out on 3 dates, or you must do this first, or oh, I don't give up the pussy easy, is because they're not really into you that much. So, and if a bitch starts talking like that, cut her fast.
Agree that women are
Bye-bye.
the gatekeepers of
See
sex,
ya.
while men are the gatekeepers of commitment.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely we
basically, men sleep with who they can, women sleep with who they want,
Facts.
while men marry who they want and women marry who they can. Is that true?
Yep.
100%.
Are you more likely to find a sugar daddy with a trophy wife or a sugar mama with a trophy husband?
A sugar daddy with a trophy.
A sugar
wife.
daddy with a trophy wife.
Why?
Definitely. Because that is the way the society is. Because
not
our
society,
society is
it's
so
nature.
driven by money that
Oh my God, this guy's gonna talk some nonsense.
unfortunately there's a lot of
Whenever
men that makes
somebody blames society, there's about to be some nonsense about to come out of their mouth.
more money than women, and a lot of women.
It's just a way for people to not be accountable for their own actions. Women say this all the time. It's society. It's society. It's just a lack of accountability on their part. That's what it is. They're just trying to put all their faults and problems on an external force, so that way they're not responsible for their own folly in life.
That are willing to get with them based on what they make, because in the dating scene, I'm married obviously. In the dating scene, what women ask for,
I
the
bet
first
you this
question they
guy's-
ask you is, where do you work? How much do you make? You know, they
That's
want to
true.
know this stuff
That's
because
true.
then you know where they're going with that direction,
Yeah.
because they want to know if you can take care of them.
That's one of the first
because
things
our
they ask
society is
is,
based
what
on
do you do?
finance. We're
'Cause
not
they wanna see how much
based
money you make.
on raising chickens and the farm.
Okay, and related to that, I mean, obviously it seems like women are objectifying men financially.
Yeah.
So why is it wrong for a man to objectify a woman sexually?
It's not.
Yeah, that's the problem I have with that. You know, it's kind of like a man picking a woman on basically on what he sees in her sexually. As long as he's willing to go to course with her more than just sexually, you know, having a pretty wife on his side, and he's taking care of her family wholeheartedly, children and all, there's no problem with that. But our society, man, it's like we need to digress and come back to the basics.
Why is there so much?
And I'll say this: I think it's okay for women to objectify men for what they can provide, because it's built into them evolutionarily. They're the weaker sex. They're the ones who needed a man with resources so they can take care of them and their children. So I think it's completely fine if a woman judges you by how much money you make, and that's fine. But then at the same time, it's okay for me to judge you by your ass or your weight or your age, or if you have any kids or not. But as soon as I start saying I have preferences, then it's a fucking problem. These bitches can have preferences, but as soon as you tell them, okay, I don't like the fact that you got fucking 3 little Aidens at home and you're overweight. Oh, misogynist, sexist, blah, 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 blah.
Much talk in our society about things like male privilege, white privilege, but we never talk about beauty privilege.
Male privilege is a thing. White privilege is a thing because, you know, this country was built.
There's no such thing as male privilege or white privilege. At once upon a time in this country, sure, were they racist? Sure, did white privilege exist? Yes. But now, if you think white privilege is a thing, you're a loser. This guy probably doesn't make enough money and is a loser, didn't succeed in anything he did, and now he wants to blame white people for all his problems.
built on racism and slavery.
Built on racism and slavery. And I like to inject myself with soy milk every morning.
And as far as beauty privileges, you don't have really control over, you know, how beautiful you are.
Okay, man, I'm just gonna end it right here. The video's almost ended. I don't want any of this soy infecting my brain, so we're just gonna end the video right here. Unfortunately, there's too many guys, products of a single mother home, probably. I would imagine he is one. And they think like this. He thinks like a woman, basically. That's why it's important to speak the truth, and that's one of the reasons I started this channel. I'm like a fucking prophet, dropping truth on you motherfuckers. So please go ahead and smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, so lets YouTube know that I'm doing the right thing, so I can keep making these videos and educating y'all. So yes, drop a like on the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.